Hi YouTube family, this is a video about how to be a cheap raw foodist. And there's a few tricks to it. I hear about how expensive it is to eat raw food. It's so expensive, but there are some tricks. This beet is pretty expensive and it's really good for you, but use less of it because it's expensive. Beets are very potent. Also, use root vegetables, like, I would suggest onions. And use celery instead of these finer greens. The celery, if it wilts, you can stick it in some water. As long as you have your root system on it, the water will go back into it and fill it out. These cucumbers are in season. Again, use some cucumbers instead of these leafy greens. Leafy greens can get very expensive. Here's another root vegetable that you can get reasonably. This is a carrot, and right now I can get 4 pounds of carrots for $1. Another substitution that I would recommend, instead of using kale and collards and those really expensive leafy greens they don't have a lot of juice in them, use cabbage. Look at that thick vein in there. It's going to provide you a lot more juice. It's going to make a lot more dishes for you. You can make a nice raw coleslaw, all that sort of thing. And you're going to get more food for your money from this densely packed cabbage than you would from kale or collards or any of those other things. The amount of vegetable that a raw foodist eats, you got to have some sense about yourself. So these are my tips. First tip is you substitute root vegetables wherever you can, because you can buy this. If I buy this beet and I put it in the refrigerator in water, it's going to last me 2 or 3 weeks. That'll give me time to eat it. The same with this carrot. It's going to last 2 or 3 weeks. The celery, keep your root system on there. You see that root system there? Then when it starts to wilt, this was wilted. This was wilted. By the time I got to utilize this piece right here, it was wilted. But I stuck it in water, and now, as you can see, it's a lot less wilted. You can see it's a little yellow on the inside, so I'm at the end of it. But I am able to eat raw whole foods, and I'm going to use my juicer. Now, here's my final tip. Use a cheap juicer. There's all this talk about $300 juicers, $500 juicers. If you're on a budget, get a cheap, reliable juicer. This is my Singer juicer. They don't even make this juicer anymore. I got this. I had to get this from a yard sale from another person, and I have a backup juicer that I got from a yard sale as well. It's not perfect. I'm going to do a review on my juicer, show you how it does, but it's a tool for eating raw food, for eating more raw vegetables, and it's better than not having a juicer. So if you want to go raw, I'm going to summarize my tips one last time, or maybe put a slide up. Eat root vegetables instead of leafy vegetables. Buy more root vegetables instead of leafy vegetables. Buy vegetables that have a lot of water in them, like cabbage, instead of collard greens and kale. You can eat collard greens and kale. They're good for you, but when you are on a budget and you want to eat as healthy as possible, this cabbage is going to be a great, densely packed, rich, water-filled food. And when it comes to greens, put in cucumbers. If you look at this cucumber, it's on its last leg. I got them on sale, and I wasn't eating them fast enough. But I'm not going to waste it. I'm juicing this cucumber today because I'm on a budget. And I'm going to throw a little of this in the blender afterwards because my cheap juicer couldn't possibly do anything with that right there. Also, with your fruits, juice the fruit that's on sale. That will work in your juicer. Blend the fruit that's on sale. Those are my tips for being raw. Never mind what the latest expensive superfood is. You're going to be healthier for eating more raw fruits and vegetables than eating a little bit of the most expensive one.